Hey guys, I thought I'd just record a quick video to show you what I mean by a model. So what I did was I just took any old box, an Amazon box, and I just opened her up. Now, to replicate the model that you sketched, or the roller coaster that you sketched, what I did here is along the x-axis, you can see I took a ruler, or in my case I took a meter stick, and I made every 2 inches equal 1 inch on our x-axis. Okay, so every 2 is 1. The only reason I did that is to utilize the space, because if you look on your graph on your worksheet, you'll see it only goes up to 16, right? So rather than have 16 end there, I just doubled it. Now I did the same thing for the y-axis, the vertical axis, except I went up to only 6 because our graph only goes up to 6. Okay, and then at the back here, I just attached a flap to keep it up like a picture frame. So here's my x-axis, here's my y-axis. Now of course, this is not the only way for you to do it. You can get creative, you can use wood, you can use whatever you want. This is just the easiest way to do it. Now, to replicate your model, all you have to do is grab toilet paper, rolls, cut it in half, and these could be where your bouncy ball, whatever you're going to use, is going to go up and down. This would be the actual roller coaster. Now, you're going to try to replicate what you drew. So, the first section of our graph was an exponential function, right? Which means the 2 key points we had were 0, 1, and 1, I think 3 was the point we used. So 1 on the x-axis, 3 on the y, so there's a point right there, okay? So which means, try to picture this, our graph, our exponential graph, looks like that, okay? Now, you can see I cut a hole there. Again, you don't have to do it this way. You could if you want. This is where the ball is going to shoot in, and then it's going to head up the graph and go through the roller coaster. So I know that the first part of my exponential function, so I cut little slits here so that it fits smoothly, but it's the first part of my roller coaster, will be an exponential function, which means it's going to head upwards, right? Now to make things easier, I just grabbed skewer sticks, and these are going to be supports. So I know that my exponential function is going to go up to 1, 3. So using that as a support, I'm going to glue the skewer stick down. I'm not actually going to glue it down now, but you would glue it down or tape it so that your exponential function, again, could be either glued or taped onto here. And I know it looks linear. It doesn't look like an exponential function, but it's close enough. If I had to redo this, I would probably choose a bigger box and space this out a little bit more so that 1 could be out here instead. But I didn't, and that's okay. So then my exponential function would be right there. And can you just head back out a little bit? Thank you. So then my quadratic function would be somewhere here, depending on where my points are. So if on my graph, the point was, I don't know, 6, 3, then I know my parabola, or my first quadratic function, should be right there, and so forth. Okay, and when you're done, you should have something like that, or like the picture that you see in our assignment sheet. And whether it works or not, you won't get deducted marks if it doesn't work, but of course if it does work, it's cooler. Okay, all right, thanks.